Hello my friends, and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be my October TBR. Now, if you have been following me for a little bit now, you know that my TBR is actually picked while I am blindfolded. I have rotating shelves, we spin them, I pick books from them, blindfolded. It's a lot of fun. Just recently, I added some new rules to the equation to spice things up, make things a little bit kind of more complicated, but also just a little bit more fun and exciting at the same time. Now, we are kind of changing things again. These are not going to be permanent changes. These are mostly just for me because this is October, and October is not only my favorite month of the year, it's also my busiest month of the year. So for those reasons, I'm trying to make it a little bit easier on myself because while a TBR isn't complicated for some people, it is for me. I am a mood reader, so having a TBR is very hard for me to follow. So I am trying to make October a little tiny bit easier. So all the rules still apply. If you haven't seen the new rules played before, you can check out my previous TBRs that will be linked, and also the rules will be written down in the description box. So all those rules are still in play. The color of the month is orange because it's October, obviously. So that means if I pull a book that has an orange cover and I decide to keep it, I'm stuck with it, or I can veto it. If I decide to get rid of that book and not chance it, I can pull a prompt from the prompt jar, and then I'll have to pick a book that fits that prompt instead, and that's the one I will be stuck reading. How I'm changing it for this month is instead of 6 books in total that I pick blindfolded, I'm only gonna do 4, and the last 2 books of the 6 book total will be chosen via the prompt jar, just because I am trying to get some books that I actually want to read, so hopefully the prompt jar will help me pick books that are more Halloween centered, and I don't have to rely solely on the random chance that I just select a book blindfolded. So I'm still doing 6 books, but 4 will be from the shelves and 2 will be from the prompt jar. So not too big of a change, but I am trying to give myself a slight little bit of wiggle room, so hopefully I can put some books that I actually want to get read for October in my TBR, and that way I'm not super overwhelmed by an extremely large TBR. Alright, I think that is it. I told you the color of the month. The rules are written down in the description box, and I told you the slight change we are making for October. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else to say, so we are going to start the fun part, which is me picking the 4 books blindfolded, and then we'll see what I end up with at the end. So let's find out what books I'm getting. Okay, we are in our setup, and Justin is going to hold up some fingers to prove that I am not cheating, even though the last few times I've actually guessed, which makes me feel like you all think I'm cheating, even though I promise you I am not, because if I was cheating, I would pick books I actually want to read. So 6. No?
No.
Okay. 3.
No.
Okay. 5.
No.
Okay. Are you doing another one?
Mm-hmm.
7.
No.
Okay. Are you doing another one?
Mm-hmm.
10.
No.
Okay. You probably weren't even holding up fingers. You were probably just making me say numbers out loud to look dumb. Alright, we will begin spinning for the first pulls. That sounds like I'm like gambling or something. Is that what they call it? No, I don't think so, actually. Okay. So my goal is to pick from shelves that I kind of neglect when I do this. So I know I pick from shelf 1 and 3 a lot on this one. So I'm gonna go with shelf 2. I'm scared. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Okay. So this is a book number 1. Hopefully it's good. So again, going for a shelf I neglect, which now I can't remember which one it was. I just did 2. This one, I think I'm also going to... Wait. No, this is 1. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. This feels big. Okay. Okay, here is book number 2. I'm not gonna lie, this one is making me nervous, but we'll see. Alright, we're doing another spin. So I just did 2 and 2, shelf 2 and then shelf 2. So I need to go shelf 4 and then shelf 3. Okay. That's not really reassuring, thank you.
I'm gonna veto, so you're fine.
Huh?
I'm gonna veto, so you're fine.
That doesn't make me feel good either. Your veto scares me. Wait. Oh. I tried to go past it. Okay. So I picked from shelf 2 from this one. So the one that I don't pick from as much on this shelf is the 4th one. So 1, 2, 3, here's 4. Oh. I think I know what this one is. I'm not gonna veto it though, because I might actually want to read this one. If it's the one that I think it is. I think it's a book of the month, and I think it's the new book of the month that I just got, which is The Stranger Upstairs. But I don't care if I'm right or wrong, because I'm gonna keep it because it feels small, and if it is a book of the month, then that's helpful for me.
Was I right?
About?
The Stranger Upstairs?
No.
Oh, I'm not?
Okay, this is the 3rd book. I said I feel like I know what it is, so we'll see if I'm right when I take off my blindfold later. The next one on this one is going to be 3. So 1, 2... that feels big. I'm scared. Huh. I don't know what this is.
So I can't remember if this is another one where you're like iffy about and you have already kind of like meh about it. But I think you might hate me later. But I think I'm going to use my veto on this one.
Okay, so this is the 4th book, but Justin has just informed me that he wants to veto this book. So I will not be keeping this one. He will take this book from me, and now Justin gets to pick a book of his choosing, and that's the 4th book. Okay, so he decided to swap it for this one. I have 0 idea what it is. I can't tell at all. This is the 4th and final book that I will be picking up blindfolded. So next we will move on to the TBR prompts and see what I get from that. It's time for the TBR prompts. So I'm going to pick 2. We have a new little TBR jar. It's a skull. I'm really excited about it. I'm pretty sure it's a planter, but it's now my new TBR prompt jar, so I'm very excited about that. So, I'm kind of scared. There's some very iffy prompts in here that I don't want to get, but there's also some that like will really help my TBR out. So, okay, first one is this one. Yeah, okay. The first one is, okay. The first one is pick a manga or graphic novel, which is going to be helpful for me because I like manga and I like graphic novels. Here is the prompt I picked. That would fit the vibes. I don't really know what I want to read, to be honest. So the manga I've decided to go with is volume 1 of Miruko-chan. I've been meaning to pick this up. I have a few of the volumes, honestly, but I feel like it'll be perfect for Halloween and like spooky season because the main character can see monsters. So I feel like it'll be fun and the art looks really cool. So I'm going to go with this one. Okay, on to the second prompt. I'm very nervous now. Oh, I picked pink. Okay. Okay. The next one is pick a short story collection. Not bad. There is the prompt that I picked. This one is interesting because I have a few that I could pick, but I think I'm gonna go with my Queen, Small Horrors by Darcy Coates because I love Darcy, and I'm planning a Darcy Coates reading vlog for my patrons in October anyways. I'll be getting multiple things done by picking this book, so I'm gonna go with Darcy, my faithful love Darcy. Okay, so that is it. I have my 6 books, so all that's left to do is to reveal them to myself and to you. I mean, you've already seen them, but you'll get to see my reaction. So I guess I will meet you back in our typical spot and we will look at the books together. Okay, we are back in the regular setup. Before I talk about the books that I picked from the TBR jar and Blindfolded, I have some books that I obviously have on my TBR that I didn't need to pick. So we will go over them really quick. First off, we have my book club over on Patreon. We're going to be reading The September House by Carissa Orlando. This is a book that I have been seeing so many people talking about. It's supposed to be really good. I've seen very positive reviews about this one. I really wanted to do like a haunted house theme for our book club pick for October just because October is my favorite month. Haunted house tropes are one of my favorite tropes of all time. So I just figured it would be really fun and I wanted to pick something that, you know, was super interesting, and I'm really happy that my patrons decided on this one as well because this is the one that I was the most excited about. So very excited. Don't know too much about it, but I'm going to go in blind, and I think that will just be a super fun time, and I think we'll have a really great discussion about this one. And then in October, Jan from Jan Agaton invited me to be a part of her book club, the Full Moon Book Club, and we will be reading Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison, which I'm so excited about because you all know I absolutely adore Rachel Harrison's books. I've absolutely loved every book from her so far. This one sounds so good. It's gonna be like culty, and I think it's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited to talk about this one with Jan and everyone in the book club. I think it's gonna be so much fun, and I just love Rachel Harrison, so it's gonna be a great time. The time has come. Justin is going to hand me the pile of books and we will discuss what I picked for myself. Hopefully I was very nice to myself this month and I'm having an easy month because I have lots of plans for October, so I need a good TBR. I need a good TBR. So let's see what I have. So first up we have Hold Back the Tide by Melinda Salisbury. I recently just hauled this one and it sounds really good. A lot of people told me it was a really good book. This was actually one of the choices I had my patrons vote on for one of our book club picks, and it didn't win, but I was super interested in it, and from the plot description that I read, the brief look that I had over the summary sounded really good, so I decided to buy it for myself and read it. So I'm actually really excited about this one. I don't really remember what the plot is about, I'll be honest, but that's probably a good thing for me because I tend to like to go in blind. So this will be my first book by this author and I'm really excited about it. Oh, this was the thick one that I was worried about. Bloodline by Jess Laurie. I think that's how you say this author's last name. I'm not sure. I'm not mad about this one. This one is a thriller, and I heard it has kind of like Rosemary's Baby vibes, but this is about the main character who is pregnant, and she goes back to her fiance's hometown to like settle down, and I guess things are just really creepy and eerie, but her fiance doesn't really like believe her, and he's just kind of like, I think he just brushes off what she says. I believe this is inspired by real events, which I think sounds really, really cool. I don't know, I'm actually really excited about this one. It's been on my TBR for over a year, so I'm actually really glad that I ended up picking this one. It's probably not something that I would reach for myself unless I was really in the mood for it, so I am glad that it was chosen by me, but, you know, accidentally, I guess. Aha! I knew it! I knew it was The Stranger Upstairs by Lisa M. Matlin. This was the Book of the Month pick that I picked for September. Yeah, I'm actually really excited about it. I don't know much about this one. I'm pretty sure I just picked it because it was the thriller pick for Book of the Month, and I tend to favor the thriller choices over some of the other choices, and I really liked the cover. I thought the cover was really, really pretty. I like the colors. I don't know. Something about it called to me. I don't know if it was The Stranger Upstairs, which the name just sounds kind of like ominous. I don't know. Thrillers are very hit or miss for me. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them, and sometimes they're so average that they frustrate me, but I am excited to try this one out, and I have seen good reviews about it, so we'll see. Yeah, I don't know too much about it. I'll be going in blind, but I do prefer that, so hopefully it works out for me. So this is the book that Justin vetoed, which was Stranger Things Happen by Kelly Link. I would have liked this one, actually. I feel bad saying that because I know that he thought he was like being helpful, I think. He told me that he thought that I wasn't super interested in it at the moment, which I think he's probably getting it confused with another book because I actually am very interested in this one. So it's okay. I'm not mad that this one was vetoed, but I have been wanting to read this one. So this is the one that I did not get onto my TBR that Justin switched for Garlic and the Vampire by Bree Paulson. I had a feeling after the fact. I couldn't tell when I was feeling it that it was Garlic and the Vampire, but after I thought about it for a minute, I was like, I really think it's that because I just got this. I just recently bought this, and I know Justin thinks it's really, really cute and he really wants me to read it, so I'm pretty sure that's why he picked this one. I'm not complaining because it's a graphic novel and it's going to be a really easy read for me in October. I think it's also going to be just perfect for fall. I mean, the main character is a little garlic baby, and yeah, there's gonna be a vampire in it, and I think that they're like all scared that the vampire is evil, and then Garlic gets sent to see if the vampire is actually mean or not. So actually pretty excited about this one. I think it'll be a lot of fun, a very easy read, very short, so it will definitely be helpful for me during this month. I don't know what you were thinking of though.
I don't remember. I thought I saw you draw one time. You're like,
No.
Okay, well, I'm just useless.
No, you weren't.
You can leave that in the video if you want, future Aaron. I am useless. It's okay. We all know it.
Stop. And then the two that I picked from the TBR prompts, the first one was for graphic novel or manga. I picked Miruko-chan Volume 1. This is about a girl who can see monsters. It's been on my TBR for so long. I've heard great things about this one as well. Again, very short. Should be an easy, quick read. Should be fun. Should fit the vibes of October and, you know, spooky season. So I think it's a great addition to my TBR. And then, of course, the best for last, Small Horrors by Darcy Coates. This is for the prompt Pick a Short Story collection. I love Darcy. She's probably my favorite author of all time. She's just incredible. I love everything that she writes, and I am planning on doing a Darcy Coates reading vlog for my patrons, so this is just going to be a perfect TBR candidate. I think it'll be an easy, quick read. It's by an author I love, so you know, that helps. It'll be perfect for a vlog I'm already planning, and it's you know, it's gonna be spooky. It's gonna be the best. So I'm very excited about this one. Very happy I got to include it, and you know, it's just gonna really boost my TBR for the month. So that is my TBR for the month of October. I actually feel pretty good about this one. I'm a little nervous. I don't want to get too cocky, too ahead of myself, too you know, excited and have it backfire on me, but I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I am feeling like it's gonna be good. I think this might help the mood that I'm in. I think it'll be easy for me to add books in for video ideas, so I think this is it's a good base. I'm not too worried, so hopefully October is a fun-filled month. It goes smoothly, and I read lots of good books, and hopefully you all read lots of good books in October too. I really don't want the spookiest month of the year to be my downfall, because the last few months have been really rocky and rough for reading for me, so I'm hopeful that October is gonna bring me back to my, you know, my good form. I'm hoping that I'll just have a good time. Hopefully we all have a good reading month. It's all fun and, you know, spooky vibes, and just, you know, just a good Halloween, a good October. That's all I want. So I hope. That's going to do it for my October TBR. This one wasn't too bad, not too much happening. I think this one was a pretty straightforward one, so I'm pretty happy about it. Let me know how you feel about my choices. If you've read any of these books, if you want to see my thoughts on any of these books, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, feel free to let me know what you will be reading or what you're most excited to read in October. I would love to know that as well. If you enjoyed my October TBR video, please give me a thumbs up. That way I know that you enjoy these TBR videos and I can keep doing them for you. They're a lot of fun. I like the changes that I've made, and I think it just keeps getting more and more fun as we go on. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have a Patreon linked down in the description box. We can become friends, talk about books, horrifying books, thrilling books, romance books, manga, all that good fun stuff. And with that being said, I hope you are having a great day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!